Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Batman White Knight, issue number 2 of 8. I don't know what to think of this. Every time I turn a corner, I keep thinking, okay, I think I got this figured out. Nope. Okay, what about now? Nope. So this is great. This is such great writing. It's all sorts of topsy-turvy. Somebody in the comments section for issue number 1 on my channel mentioned that the SJW comment means that this is mostly geared towards the internet crew, and that makes sense because SJW is typically a term used for online people. It's a right-wing side way of thinking and trying to, whatever. The right wing's always the one constantly throwing out insults and barbs and name-calling all the time. Sign of real maturity there. But on the left side also, you do have that high horse standing concept of, nope, I'm right, you're wrong. If you disagree with me in any way, shape, or form, you're a racist. It's like, dude, can you both just shut up? So this was really good because this really gave both sides of a really big story. Jack Napier is acting like he's the coolest, man. He's the best. He's got everything under control. He's a good guy now as long as he can take his meds. Meanwhile, he goes and captures Clayface, takes Mad Hatter's hat, uses it on Clayface, and then turns Clayface into dust. I don't know if all of him, but enough of him, and then spikes the drinks of everybody who comes to a meeting, and everybody's got their own meeting, man. Or everybody's got their own drink. It's great. And they didn't show it, but you know darn well that Poison Ivy's drink was nice and green and came from some California juice shop. So man, this was good. So they're all going to be under the control of Jack Napier at this point. Wow, the 2 Harley Quinns was interesting. Nice play on the feminist idea. Just you don't know which side. Usually I don't like it when someone talks and refuses to say which side they're on. It's usually a very cowardly thing to do. It's like, I want to get my points across, and I want to, hit on this and this and this, but I'm not going to tell you, what my actual beliefs are. This is a cravenly cowardly way of doing it, of any kind of a conversation. And I despise any kind of conversation with a person like this. But in this particular case, since this is a story, I absolutely do not want to know which side of the conversation this guy is on. I wanted to simply sit down and enjoy the story. Obviously, if he's a Nazi piece of dog crap, then, whatever. But, I don't think that's really the case. I mean, that just doesn't, that's not what strikes me about this particular comic. I literally just look at this as, this guy's got something to say. I don't want to know what his backstory is. I want to be able to figure this out for myself by the 8th issue. I want to figure out what exactly is the message that he's trying to get across, because this is really good. This is a really well-written comic, and the art style is perfect for it. You'd figure anything would blend into whatever, but this art style is so perfect for this comic, for this story right now. This really feels like, this is like I'm reading one of those old newspapers with the comic strips in it and the Batman story, except drawn a lot better. Because it doesn't have to be sketched out every day. So I absolutely love this. This is a great comic, guys. I'm giving this an A-. This is, wow. This is deep. This is getting into it. This is putting you right into the thick of things. I have no idea which way is up or down with this comic book, and that hurts. That makes it a little bit painful to move forward, to try and know what's going on, because the narrative is not being given to you. You have to really think. What is this? What is this? Who does this represent? Because everything here is an analogy. That's the one thing to remember about this comic. Every single thing is an analogy. Even just the idea that the rich 1% class, we're funny. That's something that Chip Zdarsky and Ryan North just got finished saying in the Mississauga Comics Expo recently. I always found that Batman was a 1%er who went around beating up on the bad guys, and that is directly addressed here. Directly addressed. Hello. Yes, that's exactly what's happened. So the idea that the 1% are building off of that, the real estate off of it, that it just makes so much sense. So I love it. Absolutely love everything in here, including the 1%er guy who was drunk, Pierce, constantly drinking a martini, probably shaken, not stirred. His name is Pierce. I don't know what to say. And Bruce Wayne is driving a car that says Dalton 007. So I'm seeing a little bit of a conflict there. Guys, this is a great comic. Professor Bell, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.